the pot blowing in the wind and everything, and that was a bigger punishment to me than booking me and taking me downtown and giving me a record. Because it's like, okay, I'm not driving dirty no more. Well, they call it driving dirty, like you're carrying personal stash or maybe even just muling, from place to place or whatever. But I don't drive dirty. It's just too easy to get pulled over. Probable cause is a very wide scope of, you can do it. You touch the yellow line. I'm pulling you over. You might be drunk. And you roll down your window, and the first thing the cop does is go, what's that smell? They're I know it's a fishing expedition when they do that. They're hoping to find, like a big haul, that they can put on their resume that they, picked up 30 pounds of pot, just because they caught a car, making a left turn without a signal or whatever, which is dirty pool. I mean, that's just plain. But you never give them probable cause. That's how you get through life, folks. Never give them probable cause. Far right-hand lane, headlights on, seatbelt on, listening to the radio, let them pass you, never give them probable cause.
When I was teaching my daughter to drive, I said, don't ever pass a cop. And she goes, why? Just don't ever pass a cop. If you pass a cop and the cop sees you and thinks something, you're doing something wrong. And I said,
you're right on their radar now.
Yeah.
It's like a reason to suspect you of something, and now let's make the ends justify the means, and let's see what we can get you at. And it's like, well, I don't want to be caught at anything. I mean, I'm just living life now. Back in the 70s, it was probably a good choice,
Yeah, it was. I mean, nowadays, I don't know. I mean, there's so many things you got to worry about nowadays. And I mean, it's like,
well, they're moving in the direction of legalizing it nationally, and I'm a fan of that. That makes all the state jurisdictions compliant with federal law. And I'm still amazed that you can, go to Illinois, buy pot, and yet it's still illegal.
Yeah, I know.
Technically illegal because of federal law. So how do you supersede federal law? We don't typically do that, and I think it was an exception just for the money grab that's involved.
Oh, yeah, the money grab is really good.
Hey, is Illinois making any money off of their it's been a full year. Do we know if Illinois has made any money on this?
I think they have. Have. Because, this sounds really selfish of me, but I went to a pot store in Arlington Heights because I wanted to see how it was, because I was, and I was just never in one before, and I was just nosy. And I guess you have to, and I went there, and the guy says, well, you got to order it online. You just can't walk around, and you got to order it online, and then you order, and then you give us your name, and then you pay cash. I said, oh, okay, I didn't know that. I've never been to it. I was just curious. And I did invest in a dispensary in Vegas called Planet 13. It's supposed to be the biggest dispensary in the country. I mean, I haven't been to Vegas in such a long time, so I don't know how it is. I miss going to Vegas. I don't like to gamble, but I like to watch the people. It sounds crazy. And
oh God, I haven't been in Vegas, God, at least 5-6 years.
But
I have a friend in Vegas who tells me that during COVID the streets were desolate. I mean, there was like 3 people walking down Fremont Street.
Really?
I can't picture 3 people. I can't picture Fremont Street being void of people because it's always shoulder to shoulder. I have so much fun downtown when I go downtown.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm a troublemaker.
I love Vegas, and it's like I tell my wife, I said we gotta go to Vegas. I mean, we went to Vegas one time. I've been to Vegas many times, and my wife, I took her first time, and she liked it. And my wife is just this cheap Polish woman. I'm sorry to say that. I love you, honey, but I mean, she's the one who keeps everything. Yeah, she keeps everything going in our house. I mean, I don't even see my paycheck. If I did see my paycheck, I'd be spending it foolishly on stupidity things, But she's like, we have a budget to do. I'm not working because of this COVID, and we have a house that we're rehabbing and all that stuff. You know what?
Yeah, that'll constrict you a little. I personally still like Vegas, though.
I do too. I want to. That was where I wanted to move to. That's where I wanted to move to because I don't gamble, but I like Henderson. My
mom lived in Henderson. We used to visit Mom all the time, stay at Mom's house, and we go to. I wish I had the name off the top of my head, but there's a place in Henderson she used to go to, and it was a lot friendlier than going down to the Strip. And I'm not a Strip player because I already know that the house edge has already been tilted to the house already in more ways than you know. And I don't like playing rigged games like that. Might as well play 3-card Monte outside Caesar's Palace.
Really?
Which actually did happen.
Oh, really?
I went to Vegas with some family friends, and one of our friends, Pam, was like, where did Pam go? We're leaving Caesar's Palace. And she's up on the stairs. She's played 3-card Monte with this guy who just got her sucked in. I go, Pam, no. I took her right here. I go, no. She goes, that's my dollar. I go, leave him, let him have it. He's after your 20s. The one is just a hook. Oh, it's a trick. Yeah.
Wow.
I like the naivete of Vegas. You got to get. You can't be naive when you go to Vegas.
That's why I stopped gambling too. I stopped gambling. I stopped drinking. I stopped smoking. Everything. I just like watching. I like watching people, and then I like going looking at cars in Vegas. I mean, there are some nice old classic cars. I want to get an old classic Chrysler Imperial. Then my wife thinks I'm crazy, but that's normal. I mean, I want a 66 like the TV show Green Hornet had. I mean, Black Beauty was my dream car. Yeah, I mean, that was just my personal opinion.
I don't think I've ever had a personal favorite car other than it starts, it stops, and it goes when you tell it to.
Come on.
I mean, that's my favorite car. Something that, is reliable. I've never and being in real estate, you would think that you would want to have like a Mercedes or a Bentley or, because, the only measurement of success is a nice car in real estate. It's like, that is such bullshit.
But come on.
Bullshit. I'm just not like that. I mean, I have an old beat up Mercedes. It's old, it's beat up, but it's a Mercedes. I must be successful.
Hey, Dan.
No, it's a reliable car.
Come on, Dan. What's your dream bike? If someone said, Dan, you could get any
dream bike.
Your dream bike.
I really liked the V-Rod when the V-Rods first came out. I want to say 2015, 2016. The V-Rod, Harley Davidson. It's the only Harley Davidson bike that I would buy.
Really?
And they only produced it for 3 years, so they're now aftermarket bikes, and it is what it is. But the V-Rod, I all day, all night on a V-Rod. It's just not a comfortable cruising bike. I wouldn't. I mean, it would get you to Chicago to Indy, without a problem. But you're going to have like a sore back, or you're going to be cramping up in the position it was putting you in. It's just. Around town, hell yeah, all day, all night. For long distance, I would stick with the Kawasaki's 1200s.
Really, I wanted
just one of the best, easiest bikes to work. I still like the Kawasaki's, the older Kawasaki's.
Really, I like the Hondas myself.
I have 2 Kawasaki's. I have a 1979 two-stroke. It only has 2 cylinders. They only made like 3,000 of them back in the day. And I went to go see this bike. It was like, hold it, this thing only has 2 cylinders. And I'm looking at it going, that's what's missing is the other. And this thing wants to run. It was I think the compression ratio was just a little bit more than the 4-cylinder, and it was only working off a 2, and it's like, ooh, I really like this. And it turned out to be a 1979, and that was the year I graduated high school. And it's like, you know what? I'm taking it. It looks like, a really good bike. I've had it for 3 years, and that's my bike that I use around town here. And it's a 750, and that's enough power to get around town. I never heard of such a thing, a 2-cylinder, 750. That's output.
Really? I mean, I thought
that's old school.
I used to like the Honda Shadows. That was my dream too. Right across country on Route 66.
Shadows look good. Sitting there, yes, Shadows look good.
You drive cross country on Route 66 on a Shadow. But it never happened.
Route 1, get it out of your system and move on.
That's what I think I'm going to do. But I haven't rode a motorcycle in a long time either, so I'm probably going to fall on my face. So,
I still practice in parking lots. It's muscle memory and knowing that you better have 2 or 3 outs at all times.
Yeah. And always wear
it's also about being seen. There's a lot of problems with the way we've brought people up as far as looking for motorcycles. Remember back in the day when you got close to the street, somebody would yell at you, your mom would yell at you and go, "Hey, watch out for the cars." Well, you should have said, "Watch out for traffic," because you're mentally training somebody to just look for cars. And motorcycles are easily overlooked optically, and then you throw in that back of the mind crap, where you're only looking for cars. It is a risky venture to get out there.
I agree with you. And I had a friend who had a motorcycle, and he used to. Are you there, Dan? Dan, are you there?
I'm here.
Because you cut out on me. I had a friend who got airplane lights on his motorcycle, and he had regular lights and he had airplane lights. So the bottom of the you could see the shadow of the bike and stuff. And he had it for like almost 5 years until the cops pulled him over and gave him a ticket for having the wrong kind of lights. You could hear his bike and you could see his bike for miles.
Lot to be said about loud pipes. Lot to be said.
Because he used to say it. I want you to hear me and see me a mile away.
And that's how you stay alive.
Yeah. I mean, because he had these big airplane lights. I don't know where he got them, but he had these airplane lights on the.
Yeah, that's probably not street legal.
It wasn't. Till the cops pulled him. I mean, he had it for 5 years until the cops pulled him over.
I do like the accent lighting. When you do the accent lighting, where it kind of like you got a nice glow on the engine and everything. That looks really sharp, and that's something that I would use at night. I don't even know why I haven't put lights on any of my bikes yet, but I do want to be seen. And, nighttime, we're wearing black leather. I mean, you're not going to see my helmet. I changed helmets because I am such a fan of being seen. I have this bright yellow helmet. I've been wearing a bright yellow safety coat. And, like what you would see
at the airport
out on the construction sites, the heavier coats. And I've been using safety vests over my leather just so that I got that little extra edge of maybe they'll see the yellow if they don't see me, or the reflective tape that's on it. Maybe they'll see that. But, yeah, it's amazing. On 2 wheels, nobody sees me. But when I go out with the dogs out on the sidecar, everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to say hi. Everybody slows down. They just want to take a look. It's like, ooh, it's not just a sidecar. There's a dog in it. It's like, and that's cool. I mean, that's one of the reasons I go out with my dogs is to give people a feel good about, living life on a motorcycle. It can be fun. But not when you're not seen. But yeah, when I'm on my when I'm on 2 wheels, absolutely bright yellow all the way around.
That's very smart of you. I mean, because you just can't see, you can't see you. And I mean, when I see guys on bikes and when the weather gets nice and warm, I give them space. You got to give somebody space. I mean,
oh yeah.
I mean,